everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to take you through my top 10 recommendations for spring fragrances. Even though the weather did turn hot here in London and now has gone back to snowing, it is technically spring, it's April. So I'm going to be taking you through all the beautiful spring scents that just make you think about that renewal and the green buds coming through that we get at springtime. So these are my top 10 recommendations to check out. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. We are all about perfumes here. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos just like this, all different seasons, perfume ranges. I review all the new perfumes, so do check them out. And if you're a regular, do check to see if you're subscribed and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. And I will leave links down below in the description box to how you can buy all these perfumes in UK, Europe, North America, Australia. Cool, so let's get into the perfume. So for me, my number one and the one that I am loving so much this year is Irresistible Givenchy. This is like my favorite perfume at the moment. I'm wearing it all the time. It's a really pretty, sparkling, fresh, almost aquatic rose with lots and lots of fresh pear. So it just smells divine. It's feminine, it's pretty, it's just, honestly, it's just perfect. I love it. As you can see, I've nearly finished. There are two eau de toilette versions of this, but the one I recommend is the eau de parfum version. That pear, I love pear in perfumes, and it just feels so crisp and fresh. And I guess, no, it's not fruity, it's just a crisp rose, like literally in a springtime going to a rose and smelling it with all the dew on it. It's just beautiful, sparkling champagne rose. I can't get enough of this. It's not heavy, but it's just perfect for this time of year. So this one definitely worth checking out. One that I am also loving, which is actually discontinued, is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. This came out last year. Each year they release a limited edition of Light Blue, and often they're just very lemony. But this one, Light Blue Forever, had floral notes in it. And it creates a, yes, lemony, but floral lemony. So it reminds me of being on vacation in the Mediterranean, but it's that floral note in it keeps it grounded. It's not too like summery exotic. It's still flowery, white floral. It's actually an orange blossom they've used in here, and it really smells divine. So when the weather does start to pick up during the daytime, this is a lovely scent to have, especially if you love orange blossom like me. And it's an eau de parfum. Now normally light blues are eau de toilettes, so that's another great thing about this. So definitely get this before it goes, because it is discontinued. There's a new one coming out called Light Blue Italian Love, which looks like it's going to be lemony again. But this one, Forever, was one of the best ones they've released in a while, I think. One of the sort of ultimate springtime fragrances that came out last year, actually, that I highly recommend is beautiful Magnolia from Estee Lauder. They have just released an intense version of this, which is totally different. It's much heavier, it's iris, but this beautiful Magnolia original is a gorgeous Magnolia eau de parfum that actually has strength and lasting power. It's classy, it's fresh, it's light, it's perfect for the daytime, but it's a fresh floral that actually lasts, which is relatively rare. Not all of them last very well when it comes to fresh florals. And it's simple, it's pretty. I just can't imagine how anyone could dislike this. So if you love Magnolia, which is usually a scent that is hidden amongst other perfume notes in fragrances, here it really is allowed to shine. Beautiful gardenia. Again, it's got that sparkling feel of all those like new buds coming through and blossom. So perfect for this time of year. Two more floral ones for you, both with Peony in. If you want to go for the higher end, Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet, and slightly more affordable is Floral Street's Wonderland Peony. Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet is an eau de toilette, but it does last and stick around for an hour or two. It's not too bad for an eau de toilette, and it is a very clean peony, quite a green flower shop peony, fresh, but in a very clean way. Wonderland Peony has a little bit of candy floss added in, so it has a sweet undertone, whereas this one is just totally clean. It's not sweet at all. So two different types of peony here. The Floral Street one is an eau de parfum, so I find it is a bit stronger, but the projection on Blooming Bouquet is quite good when you first spray it. It's just it doesn't last all day. You want to keep topping it up. So one that I think is great for this time of year is Armani's My Way, their original eau de parfum My Way, which is a tuberose perfume. So this one is probably one of the more stronger ones in this list. It really does have great projection. This has been a huge success since it came out. They released an intense version recently, and also one with like shimmering oil in, I think. I have a video and an article actually on my website going through all the different versions of My Way. But it's really reliable, I think good for work, for the office, but then you could top it up again going out in the evening. It's quite universal. It's strong but still feminine and pretty. It's those white florals. I think it's just a great perfume all-rounder, and it's My Way. It's all about sort of female independence. The advertising is all about a lady like traveling the world, so I do really rate this. I think it's been a great release from Armani. Of course, one of my favorites, Elie Saab Le Parfum, ideal for this weather. This is an orange blossom. Champagne, sparkling, insane orange blossom. I won't go on about it too much because I talk about this so much on my channel, but beautiful bottle, beautiful scent, literally like champagne orange blossom. I've had so many messages from people that have bought this after watching a video or reading an article from me and are absolutely loving it, and it's relatively affordable. You could often get it discounted, the gift sets, so if you haven't smelt this yet, you're really missing out. Something which is a really pretty everyday scent is the Dolce Rose fragrance. This came out last year, Dolce Rose. It's actually got some fruity notes in, so if you like fruity scents, don't be put off by the fact this is called rose. Yes, it does have fresh rose, but it's also relatively fruity, red currants. It's very uplifting, very innocent. If you live in a climate where in the springtime things are getting a bit more hotter, then this could be ideal because it is quite refreshing while you're still getting some floral notes. And I definitely prefer this to the new Dolce Lily that's come out this year. It's just a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit stronger, but it is an eau de toilette, so it will not last a long time. One that's a little bit unusual, you might not have heard of, is from Escada, and it's called Especially Escada, and this is for your rose fans out there. It's basically a tribute to the rose, all about rose. Really feminine, really rosy, but lasts great, and you can get these so cheap, like 20 something pounds, amazing value. There's an intense version which is lovely that has some fruity notes in. So underrated, you never hear about them. So if you're looking for something that no one else has and you like rose, definitely have a look at the Especially Escadas. And then lastly, from Jimmy Choo, of course my favourite Jimmy Choo eau de parfum, can be worn any time of year, but this time of year is when I get out the Jimmy Choo Floral. This is a fruity option, nectarine, sort of orange tangerine, fresh peachy nectarine. It's amazing. It is an eau de toilette, but I find it performs kind of like an eau de parfum. You basically smell like a nectarine. It's so nice. It shouldn't be called Jimmy Choo Floral. It should be called Jimmy Choo Nectarine or sort of fruit or something. Oh, fruity. Because it really is lovely, and it's just not, it doesn't really feel appropriate in the winter time. So I'm always excited when I can get this out in the spring. Refreshing, gorgeous. And again, you can usually get this really affordable prices because it's been around for quite a while. Cool, so those are my 10 recommendations for spring fragrances. You got some new ones, some old ones, affordable, expensive there, so hopefully something for everyone. Let me know if you tried any of these. Are any of these your favorite that you'll go to, or what would be your top 10 go-to spring fragrances? Let me know down below in the comments. I do read your comments, but that's it guys. So thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.